Hello student, this is Pallab Darbari, your host, and you are watching Pallab Darbari classes. In this video we will discuss chapter 8 Business Studies class 12th Controlling. This is the first volume of the chapter Controlling. In this video we will discuss the meaning and the features of controlling. We will also see and discuss the importance and limitations of controlling. Let us see the meaning of controlling. Controlling involves comparison of actual performance with the planned performance. So what is controlling? Controlling is the comparison of actual performance with the planned performance. If there is any deviations or differences, then suitable action is being taken so that the problem should not reoccur in the future and the organizational objective should be attained effectively and efficiently. This is the main purpose for which controlling activity or controlling function is being performed. So what is controlling? Comparison of actual with the planned performance so that the deviation should be eliminated and should not reoccur in the future, so that the objectives of the organization should be attained effectively and efficiently. Now let us discuss the dimensions of controlling. Controlling is having two dimensions. One is called strategic control and the other one is called operational control. The question is, what is strategical control? It involves managing the overall work of the organization. It includes assessing the strategies and the policies of the organization to find out that the policies or the strategies which the organization has framed is practically feasible or not. The strategic control involves long time frames and is primarily the responsibility of the top level managers. So the strategic control means reviewing the strategic and the policies of the organization to find out the practical feasibility of the strategies and policies. And this strategic control is being performed by the top level managers. The second dimension is operational control. It involves monitoring the activities and operations of an organization on a day-to-day basis. This mainly includes examining the actions involved in the process of transforming the raw materials and resources into final product and services. This control is usually exercised by the lower level managers. So we can say that the controlling is having two dimensions. One is strategic control, which is being performed by the top level managers, and the second is operational control, which is being performed by the lower level managers. Strategic control is to find out the feasibility of the strategies and the policies of the organization, and the operational control is to find out that the actual performance should be carried out as per the plans. Now let us discuss the features of controlling. The first feature of the controlling is pervasive. Controlling is being performed by all the managers working at all the departments of the organization. Second is positive. Controlling is always positive because the main purpose of controlling is the attainment of organizational objective. So the purpose is positive, or the purpose is to attain the organizational objective. So we can say that controlling is positive process. Second is controlling is backward looking as well as forward looking. The controlling becomes backward looking when we compare the actual plans with the standard. We have set the standard in the past. So by comparing the standard set in the past with the actual performance, the controlling becomes backward looking. And when the preventive measure is being taken so that the problems that arises because of unmatching of the actual performance with the standard, it becomes forward looking. In short, we can say that to eliminate the problem and not to occur the problems in the near future, by taking the steps so that the problem should not occur in the future, the controlling becomes forward looking. The next is continuous process. Controlling is a continuous process like the other functions of the management, because for the attainment of the organizational goal, the controlling should be performed again and again. The next is goal oriented function. Controlling is being done for the attainment of the organizational goal. So the controlling is being performed for the purpose So we can say that controlling is a goal oriented function. Why? Because it is being carried out for the attainment of predetermined purpose. Now let us see all the features in detail. The first is pervasive. Controlling is the pervasive function. It is exercised by all managers irrespective of their label, department or divisions. The next is controlling is backward looking as well as forward looking. Controlling is backward looking in the sense that it evaluates the past performance against the predefined set of standards, and it takes the required corrective actions in case of any deviations. This assessment of corrective actions from the base for future planning, that is, on the basis of corrective action, the controlling becomes a forward looking. So controlling is backward looking because we compare the actual with the standard. A standard is being set in past, so controlling becomes backward looking. To remove the deviations, we take the preventive measures. By taking the preventive measures so that the problem should not occur in the near future, controlling becomes forward looking. The next is positive process. Controlling is a positive process as it aims at achieving the organizational goal. Next one is continuous process. Controlling is an ongoing process as it involves a constant assessment and evaluation of the progress of current tasks and activities as against the set standards. The last one is goal oriented function. Controlling keeps a close watch on the work in progress and constantly work towards the accomplishment of goal. So controlling is goal oriented. It means that we are checking the activities so that the organizational goal should be attained. By doing this, controlling becomes goal oriented function. Now let us see the importance of controlling. Controlling is having 8 importance. The first one is it helps in achieving organizational goal. Second is controlling helps in judging the accuracy of the standard. Because of controlling, we come to know that the strategies or the plans that we have made is correct or not, practically feasible or not. Because of controlling, the resources can be effectively utilized. The wastage will be checked because of controlling. The next is it improves the employees' motivation. Because of controlling, the employees perform their work with all their zeal. So controlling motivates the employees and charge them to give their maximum. The next is because of controlling, there will be order and discipline in the organization. The next is because of controlling, the unity of action is done, executed in the organization. So we can say that controlling coordinates in action. It means because of controlling, there will be a unity in action. It means all the persons should do the same type of the action. All the employees will perform same type of the action. The next is controlling helps in minimizing errors. Because of controlling, the activities or the mistakes of the employees get checked on time. Because of checking the mistakes of the employees, so the errors get minimized. The last one is it improves the efficiency, it improves the performance of the employees. Because of controlling, all the employees is being instructed to do the work in a better way. Since all the employees are being instructed to perform the work in a better way, it helps in improving their performance. So these are the importance of the controlling. Now let us see all the importance in detail. The first is helps in achieving organizational goal. When the plans are made in the organization, these are directed towards the attain of organizational goal. It means we have made the plans. Why we made the plans? So that the organizational goal should be attained. Controlling function ensures, controlling function see that the activities of the organization that take place should be according to the plan. We have made the plan for the attainment of goal. Because of controlling, we see that the activity should be according to the plan. If there is any deviation, timely action should be taken so that the plan should be carried out properly and the goal should be attained on time. The next importance is judging the accuracy of the standard. Through the strategic controlling, we can see the feasibility of the standard. So because of controlling, the feasible standard is being fixed. The next importance is making effective use of the resources. Because of controlling, every activities is performed according to the predetermined standard, as a result of which there is effective use of the resources. The next is improves employees' motivation. A good controlling system guides the employees to come out from their problems. This free communication and care motivates the employees to give their better performance. The next importance is ensures order and discipline. A good controlling system keeps the subordinates under check and makes sure that they perform these functions efficiently. The next importance is facilitates coordination in action. Controlling helps in maintaining balance between means and end. All the departments are controlled according to predetermined standard, and as a result of which controlling provides unity of direction. The next is controlling helps in minimizing errors. Small errors or mistakes may not seriously affect the organization, but if these errors are repeated again and again, it becomes a serious issue. So controlling helps the managers to detect the errors on time and takes remedial steps to minimize the errors. The next one is controlling helps in improving the performance of employees. Controlling can be exercised on employees through the following measures. Number one, self appraisal report, and the next one is performance appraisal report by supervisors. So controlling helps in improving the performance of the employee. The question is how the controlling helps it. By two ways. One is self appraisal report. The self appraisal report means the employees give the feedback of their problems to the higher authorities. That is called self appraisal report. The employees themselves will tell why the problem is arising in the organization. The second is performance appraisal. The supervisors submit the report in which the supervisors tell the higher authorities why the employees are not performing well. Now let us discuss the limitations of controlling. The first limitation of the controlling is difficulty in setting quantitative standards. The second limitation is no control on external forces. The next one is resistance from employees, and the fourth one is costly affairs. First one, that is difficulty in setting quantitative standards. Controlling system loses its effectiveness when a standard of performance cannot be defined. In short, we can say that controlling becomes difficult when the standards like honesty, job satisfaction, efficiency level has to be determined. So in controlling, we cannot even fix the standard like job satisfaction, human behavior, because these things cannot be expressed in quantitative terms. So quantitative standards cannot be fixed. Since these standards cannot be fixed, so it becomes very difficult to execute the controlling function. The next one is no control on external factors. An enterprise cannot control the external factors such as government policies, technological changes, etc. The next one is resistance from employees. Employees often resist because they don't want that their freedom should be affected by the control. The employees don't want that because of control their freedom should be lost, so they always resist. They don't want that their activity should be controlled. The next one is costly affairs. It involves lot of time and efforts, and sufficient attention has to be paid to observe the performance of the employees. That's all I have in this video. Thanks for watching. God bless you all. Dear subscribers, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that whenever I upload the new video, you get the notification.